Well, good morning, you freaks and geeks. Welcome back to the CS Summit 6, the online edition EU qualifier. That's right, we've got one more day of the qualifier because we need to decide who else gets to join the teams at the actual event. And of course, the four remaining teams in this portion of the qualifier: Complexity, c0ntact, Fnatic, and Pact. The first two playing right here, right now. Complexity and c0ntact beginning this one on train. Winner goes on to play a BO3 right after. We're crowning that fifth contender today. Who's it going to be? Well, let's sit back, relax, and find out.
c0ntact, baby.
c0ntact, baby.
We had one match with Snappy of the two. I think the sub out came. Oh no, he actually played both series. So they won one versus Aves, lost versus OG, and here we are now. And this game could be quite interesting. I mean, c0ntact absolutely want this. Complexity do too, but part of Complexity's magic is, of course, Blame-F and his anti-stratic.
Yeah, it's going to be weird trying to anti-strat a guy that just got his first officials in yesterday. But Blame, you know what? He can also aim on top of his big brain. So he sure enough gets the first headshot of the round. Rush, he's going to start extending around the bomb site. He's gotten himself a couple, but jumping up gives the frag back to Emmy. Ooh, and a 1 versus 1 to start the day. Blame, he's going to try to pressure Emmy, who draws him back, angle after angle. Emmy doing the one and dones. One shot, new angle, and it works. He gets 3 kills in the pistol. c0ntact take it first.
This guy wins lands, okay? We've casted him. We've seen him. Emmy, his stats aren't amazing. In terms of the recent form right now, man, it's so disappointing because, like, for a while, I didn't even realize that c0ntact were this team that we used to love, you know, that basically had 2 players get bought out, and then they're still in a good in a good place, like talent-wise, I'd say. You know, auto ships, Esperanto, all of their stats recently look pretty phenomenal. They're the players we expect, but this roster as a whole is, of course, a shell of itself. They lost most of their RTR games, I think all 6 of them actually, and picked up the series recently, but it's been weird. I mean, it's hard to bounce back after 2 of your best, most important players get poached like that, but still, shame.
Ships with a kill. Ooh, Blame from downtown lands the dunk. See you later, Esperanto. Go back to bed. Emmy, his back's exposed.
Oh,
but he turns.
Me?
Goodbye, config.
Breathing.
Yeah, hello 3v3.
What's that? It just happened again.
Yeah, now it's oboe breathing. c0ntact gonna take a second round.
What the?
How does Emmy survive that twice?
I would love to know if he was turned around for oboe as well and just spun back. That's so good. c0ntact had him, and he had him with a bow. He had him with a bow on him. He put a bow on it. Complexity on pistols. Man, watching Blame-F's interview where he talked about how he's the hardest working player in the game. That was the most gangster interview I've ever heard, by the way. Looks like the USP dream is over. Oh, config actually gets away with an AK.
I meant to watch it, but I haven't yet. I still intend on it, so I'm glad you just said that. Let's.
I feel like no one even really clipped it. They didn't really talk about it much because they had to move on from the segment. But it was the most gangster interview ever. He was like, so how hard? Someone was like, so Sponge or something was like, how hard do you work? And he was like, nobody in this game works harder than me. For every single map in this tournament, I had prepared on all 6 maps that you could potentially play against every single opponent. He said, the only time I get out of my seat is to go to the gym for 1 hour a day, and then I go to bed. And every single day, I just sit there and watch demos, deathmatch, or practice with my team. And that he said that anti-stratting was a huge reason we won all of our matches. And we even designed specific flashbangs for spots that we knew that they would play before every single match. He took it to another level. Like, I've never heard anything like that. It's amazing. Now, in terms of sustainability, I don't know how much one man can handle. I don't really care how hard of a worker you are. You know, we're human, and he's talking about not leaving his chair except to go to the gym for 1 hour a day and only playing, watching, and learning more Counter Strike and anti-stratting. That
Yeah.
seems incredibly difficult, especially the better of a team you become, and the more teams and the more events you have to fly to and stuff like that. Like, they cannot be sustainable. I'm not saying that as a negative way, though. It just makes me wonder about their how robust they'll be in a situation like this where there's just not a lot of game tape, or
Yeah.
like even if you want to put in the time, how much can you learn? But still, I thought that was pretty amazing. You know.
We're definitely going to come back to this point, but we've got the first gun round, so let's seize the opportunity. We've got c0ntact going to the top shelf of the B site. We've got a second player in Rush coming over to B. He's making a lot of noise, and Obo, he's going to get caught moving. Rush taking the damage, and that's 2 frags easy on the B site. Snappy holds off on the flank. With config going down, this is an immediate save call, so let's shift our attention back. And may I add that maybe, this is what I'm thinking, okay? Blame F, in the heat of what was an incredible opportunity with the Blast Spring Finals, yeah? The fact that they qualified there because of that drive and that work ethic, maybe that's the type of, you know, work ethic we get from Blame in the middle of those sorts of events. I would like to hope for his mental health and for the, you know, again, like, who am I to try and limit this guy? If you can handle
Sure.
that much work and pressure, then keep it up. Maybe I'm just a different type of human. But I would like to think that's him at 100%. And every once in a while, in between events, he gets to kind of let off the gas a bit. Because I think that, you know, he's got incredible individuals as well. That's one of those wild components of his game. It's like, I think Blame, even if he wasn't putting in all of this effort, all of this work for counter-stratting and strategizing and tactic creation and whatever not, he's still just a good mechanical player. Like, really
No, I mean,
good.
I think he's the smartest player on the team in terms of, like, individual. And at Blast, like, he was seriously controlling some rounds, making important trades, putting up stats, hitting great shots. Like, I think he's smarter than any one of his teammates.
All right. Well, Obo! Oh, go, bro. He's got himself 2 Deagle headshots at the bottom of the ramp, and it looks like Complexity have gone ahead and won their first round, which is pretty crazy because we're sitting over here, you know, rubbing Blame's muscles, and c0ntact are up 4-0. So, Emmy, let's talk about him. He's got 0 deaths. This was once the coach of the roster back when they were still playing underneath Crazy. His first event as an actual player, transitioning from the coach to the player role, would have been DreamHack Open Rotterdam 2019, and they turned around to win the event with Emmy trucking along, you know?
Yeah.
I think that a lot of the times when you have a coach turned player, which, sorry, I say a lot of the times, like, that happens very often, the big question immediately,
very famous incident.
yeah,
Well,
is always going to be the individuals. And, well, he does well.
He's a good player, man. When we watched him at LAN, I thought he was fantastic. And of course, his LAN performances mean more than anything else. And his consistent stats overall are not great, but the decision making, like, it's kind of like c0ntact in that way, I'd say. c0ntact stats probably better, but in terms of, like, how smart they are, I feel like they add a lot.
Yeah.
When we were casting that LAN, I still remember thinking about, wow, he's like making smart moves and stuff like that. Might be a little bit less motivated online, especially, or whatever, after their team is not the same as it used to be. But yeah, I think he's really good, and he probably adds a ton of input.
I think that his value is obvious when you think to yourself, okay, this is the coach turned player, right? And since that time, they had not made a roster change until yesterday, and they bring in a guy like Snappy, somebody whose value comes from his in-game leadership and his, you know, his tactics, whatever not. And it's not Emmy who gets replaced, but Letney. So clearly wasn't on the chopping block, or if he was, he just made it through. And
yeah, I haven't looked at the stats for that one, but that it is kind of surprising, like, from the outside, just because of, you know, Letney's obviously very good. We know that. So, yeah, maybe he fell off a bit too. I'm not sure.
But we heard from the other players, you know, that they respected Emmy as a player and not just as a coach. So it's cool to see that he stepped up to that. But look at Config. He's hanging out on the ladder. Yeah, Olaf.
Oh, sorry, config. Oh, I see. I'm looking at Esperanto.
SB. Here's Obo again. It's gonna get challenged once more. This time Otto runs through the fire, gets the kill. Nice spam damage from Rush, picking up a frag, shaving off the HP, leaving Ships and Snappy.
I hate how claustrophobic it is right there.
Yeah, I'm very anxious when I see players stuck at the bottom of ramp, but... Oh! Ah! Through the smoke.
That was collectible. They have the talent as well, and that's a component of any top team. Complexity, you have the ability to can win games on talent for sure. It's crazy when we see shades of config, like I think it was versus Navi on Mirage, where he was like, config's con player is so good, like he can hit tab, see he's got like a 20 kill half and just continue and get 40 kills right at the end of the game. Whereas a lot of players will slow down, config can stay in that like red hot beast mode for the entire time and not lose focus. Like when he believes he's playing well, that's it. He'll never doubt it. Here's a good entry from c0ntact to get out. Enemy grabs one. They're pushing up the sandwich. Should be a flash to come through this. Blame knows that, and he's here to stop it. He's got a good angle. Ooh, great angle.
Yeah, he's got great aim too. Gets those immediate headshots, repositions. There's his third. Blame F. 10 and 3. Loses a teammate, doubles back to Z. Now, he's worried about maybe the B hit, but it's the last two T's out on that A site, so he could actually just go for the straight up flank. And right now, this is working because Esperanto's following in his footsteps, but will
totally
he get in time? Oh, SB doesn't check it.
He's looking. Oh my god.
So, now, Obo's going to get pinched. Yep, and Blame F maybe comes in with the ace clutch. Esperanto, oh, he gave Obo a chance. And that's not something you want to do. It's low HP for the other two. c0ntact, 35 seconds. Will they ever expect Blame F to have redirected all the way to the pop dog? He's just going to sit on E-box and wait. I think this is his game plan. Wait for that bomb to come back.
They have to plant outside, and they're probably going to plant front bomb. They think he's... Well, actually, they flank through inner. Where do they think he is?
Oh.
Watch him just think he's heaven or something.
We are on for the ace. 10 seconds. He just has to stop the plant and then stay alive. And if Esperanto doesn't trade it, then it's over. Blame, he's just got to stay standing. His big brains as bulbous as his biceps. Wraps around from the B bomb site. And Complexity take their third.
Wonderful, man. Wonderful. Golf clap. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. 11 and 3. And the 3 frags to bring him into the round. The last one. He doesn't even need the ace. He doesn't even need the ace. It's basic. It's a 1v2 4K. Unfortunately, it has to be a complicated title like that, not just like ace clutch. But how beautiful is that flank? I mean, Esperanto doesn't look behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I was Esperanto, I would not have either. You know, I'm thinking
I was wondering where, because he didn't look behind him, where do they think he was, you know, outside? Because if they didn't think he was inner at all.
Oh my god, he's not stopping. But that is a good question, right? Like, what were the other... I feel like at that point, maybe they were just so lost in their options.
Yeah, maybe they probably thought. They're probably just so paranoid. Oh, he flanked Ivy. T-Con, maybe? Hold this for me?
Oh, he's dead now.
Bomb? Is he heaven? They're clearing everything? Yeah.
So can Complexity win without Blame F on the server?
Otto's got no armor. As good as he is... They need to give you a rebate when you rebuy armor, and it's not 100 armor.
Yeah.
You need some kind of coupon for that.
I'ma get your armor. 40% off on weekdays. All right. Ooh, Molotov. No, not going to quite disrupt Rush. No, sir.
Molly.
He peeks into it. Poison in a Rush frag. Bop, bop. 4-4.
Did you get my reference?
No, what'd you say? Sorry.
Molly.
Molly. Nope, don't get it. What's the reference?
The producer gets it. It's to a game that you played yesterday, but it's okay.
Oh, sorry, dude. I don't play Phoenix.
Okay, all right. I see you, Connor.
Guns. Molotov onto the feet of ships. Blameth with the bullets through the smoke. Man advantage. A second. Rush's grenade is great. Snappy. Nearly dead, but Esperanto's still fighting. Oh, another good piece of utility. Damn complexity. Just tenderizing the meat, but Esperanto. Oh boy. He's the first to fall in the 1v3 attempt from Poison. Low HP, and I mean real low HP on the last 2 Ts. He could do this with a Glock.
Oof. But I feel like I'd rather be Contact right now. Unfortunately,
Kind of.
because the health, yeah, 2v1. Crazy how the op loses its value in clutch situations like these. All will get planted. Poison. He'd love to get a free kill before anything else. Where is the planter? Oh, he found him, but he was going to get peeked from the side. Poison, will he be aware enough? Is that peek actually going to come in? Auto. He's playing it cool. No push here from Poison, and how does he reason this out?
He's a little scared. Smoke grenade for... Ooh, the bomb. Nice. I thought he was going to throw that over to T-Con, but he's got to be ready. Up close. Auto knows. Poison's going to tap it once. Now the pistol's out. He's ready for the peek. He gets it. The kit's there. The time's there. And not only do we have Blame F with the 1v2, but Poison with the 1v3.
Just wonderfully done by Poison. So beautifully played. That was awesome. Poison also very clutch. What was that match? We saw Blasty almost 1v4'd. He almost 1v4'd on Nuke. That was an unbelievable attempt at the clutch. And yeah, he clearly is really good at, when he believes that a player is somewhere, he's really, really good at figuring out the rest of the situation. He doesn't like guess and clear angles just because. He takes huge risks, and I think that's a sign of a good player, where he just believes his instinct, and then he goes off that. He doesn't waste time trying to do everything.
Oboe again on the ramp.
They end up feeding him a couple of kills every...
Yeah. Like, come on.
Oboe, you hungry? You hungry? I coming.
Yeah. Blame's on the other side of the bomb site. I'm hungry. Feed me. But he's got that patience. He sits back on Ivy. It's nice to see Blame actually kind of reposition at times too, right? Again, in-game leader, strategizer, tactician, fragger, weightlifter.
Yeah, I think he's the only example of a player who's both probably the most talented and smart player on the roster and the IGL at the same time that I can think of.
My game plan today was to really, really, really try and compliment Blame because he's the only player on Complexity that still doesn't follow me. There goes Oboe. Poison, he's going to get mollied out ever so slightly. And that's a bomb plant, so good job, Contact, man advantage.
Yeah. What happened there? Oboe, he went back to Z and died?
Well, he was kind of in the middle of the bomb site.
Here's the kill. Change the game. Like, probably don't want to go for this anymore, you would assume. Yeah. Too low on material. Want to keep that material advantage into the late rounds. It's a pretty good match so far. I mean, both teams look good. Lots of individual skill. Like, everyone looks very sharp today. Both look pretty good at train so far. Could be a bit better on some of these. I feel like Oboe's been very reliable, and Contact haven't given him a lot of respect when they've just run down the ramp on a few of these rounds. But apart from that, super decent. And the reason they catch Oboe there, I guess, is because he rotates out of his position, committed to the site. So, not sure why he did that, but there might have been a fake I missed. Little tech pause, little ticky tack.
I think it was just as far as what my semi-professional eye could find. It just looked like they walked out upper shelf and found good timing. You know, and sometimes you just like you're backing up in the bomb site because you've gotten one kill. Next thing you know, there's 3 dudes up there. Like they just slip out because he didn't have a Z support by the looks of it. So.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was in Z. Okay, so he had
No, he died. Sorry, okay. Yeah, it was like from his his position in front of the train by ramp. He was kind of he was trucking along between the bomb site and that train, kind of in a weird limbo position. Like they caught him, if I recall correctly, like between the 2 towers on the bomb site itself. You know, just his little head, just a little oboe head kind of crossing between it, and he was just not even ready. So unfortunate timing.
When I play Dota, my favorite thing to say when people call pauses too long is, "Can we unpause? I'm late for oboe practice, and my mom's supposed to pick me up."
Do you play any instruments?
No, just Dota.
Yeah, yeah. What is
I went
the most
on the internet
comparable instrument to Dota?
I play guitar. I used to play acoustic guitar.
Yeah. I bet you play Wonderwall at parties, bro.
I would if I knew how. I love Wonderwall. I played a Kings of Leon song at a guitar like competition, and then I won like an electric guitar. It's like all white. It's pretty cool.
Cool, man. My only
when I was younger,
my only instrument is my voice.
Yeah, that's a real instrument for sure. I definitely don't know how to use my voice well. I can't sing to save my life. Can you sing?
I mean, not well. I didn't know that when I was a kid. One time I signed up for like a 12 and under talent show at a county fair. Yeah, that's where I grew up, bro. We had county fairs with livestock and merry-go-rounds. And I sung Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire.
Actually, when you were how young?
Probably about 11.
Little soprano fucking Connor.
Yeah, man.
Johnny Cash. That guy's been smoking cigarettes for 80 years, and you're trying to impersonate him at 12 years old. How the hell did that go?
It didn't go very well. I can tell you that much.
I didn't win. Up to that? That's an insane. That's like a huge figure to come for. To try to emulate their voice.
Well, you know what? I may not always have the talent, but I've got the belief. You know,
it's ambitious, man. I like it.
Yeah. Here we go. Back in config. He's fixed his internet. Mom got off Netflix. He's ready to frag. But Emmy, he finds the better timing through the smoke versus rush, and config now extends into it. A second headshot from Emmy. Flame F gonna go for the Ivy flank. We know what he does when he gets behind enemy lines. He frazzle dazzles, but he's actually gonna get a gunfight right now. Somebody's gonna go peek him, and Otto, he shuts that down. 4v2. Poison gets aggressive up into the box halls, and he is gifted the bomb.
What the hell? Why do you get 3 entries outside and go inner, Snappy? You killed 2 upstairs and the Ivy flank. Why are we running inner? Oh, come on. Why are you doing this to yourself? What? I don't understand. You killed everybody outside. Everybody.
In Denmark, we go B.
At best, the rotators are old bomb or Z behind the bomb train, exactly where you want them.
All right, Emmy.
He didn't just pick up the bomb there, did he? That's not what happened, right? He ran from ladder.
Yeah, he ran from ladder to the B site with the bomb. Oboe now knows that he's got it back. 6 health is what Emmy has to work with. He is going to get to the A site, so at this point, just get your bomb plant, man. You got to cut your losses. Poison, he did it to him dirty. Emmy fake plant. Oh, no money. And a 4K from Poison. He is a heartbreaker.
I have to know. I have to know what the hell just happened there. I never seen anything like it. You know, there's certain rules, right? Like if you're on cash, there's certain rules that like all IGLs they'll just tell you that have been taught by like so many people. Like if you're on cash, you get 2 kills mid, you go A. If you're on Inferno, you get 2 kills mid. No matter which ones they are, you go A. Like if you're up there, you're on train, you get 3 frags, 2 ups outside, and 1 on the Ivy flank. There's just no reason to leave the open site. There's no reason. You're making this so much harder for yourself. All your teammates need to reposition when they're outside and they have to escape. while your smokes are going up. You can cover things for the plant. You know where the rotator's coming from. So many questions about that one.
Well, we'll have to put a little pin on it. Okay, remember round 11. There's been a few of those big swing rounds. Blame F in the 1v4. Poison the 1v3. Snappy trying to head B. Those are the few that I'll remember. Snappy, he's gotten out of T-Con very quickly. He sits inside of the smoke. We're going to have Oboe at the base of ramp challenged again, it seems, or not. They're not coming down on him just yet. It's Snappy over here on Ivy to get the first kill. He finds poison through the side of that smoke. Now Oboe gets aggressive, and it's Otto's op that starts making a ton of noise. So now remember, last time, this was the kind of play that Oboe got caught off by. He was falling back through the bomb site when those 3 Ts go upper. The difference in the 12th round is Oboe goes up ramp based on timing, dodges that peak, cuts off the tail end of the caboose, gets his team back to the 4v4, and now they have c0ntact boxed in. Snappy with a kill and Blame a trade. Can't manage that second one. So, it's him slain, and a 2v3 ensues. Oboe now just trucking it over towards the oil. Ships is going to knock him back. We've got a smoke on top of the bomb rush. He's throwing them into a little bit of chaos and confusion. But Esperanto ties things up. It's 6 rounds apiece.
Some real sweet trades here by c0ntact. Very crispy. And, it's a free round. They only have USPs to work with. Complexity dead broke after that. Wow, so that's just, yeah, it works out just fine. I mean, they trade out, but you see a situation where c0ntact should even just win, two straight up, plus have these ecos a little bit earlier. But I don't know how much money Complexity are going to have for round number 15. They're going to buy up here, so 13, 14, they'll save again. So they've got to be very careful about how much they buy, I'm assuming. And they'll invest in the deco. I was doing the CS glossary thing. People were like, why did people stop saying deco? I feel like the only reason is just because it was said too much. But no one forgot about deco.
Agreed. Here's one now.
Yeah. We use the word. I think we just need enough. We need alternatives so that we don't say the same thing every time.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I think that's it. It's like the caster's handbook. Ooh. It's like you need 1 or 2 variations,
Mm-hmm.
Of anything. So get thinking. 1, decode. 2, still to be decided. Chat, get your applications into the CS glossary. Oh, Blame. 17 frags now.
Oh, he was falling.
Excuse me. There's an AK picked up by Blame. Poison. He gets pushed into the open because the Molotov and Blame's teammates are falling all around him. Oboe and Blamev.
Well, not everyone bought half armor, but Blame and Oboe did. So it could get sketchy. Oh, Emmy spots him.
Blame's turn.
He is fragging. I'm going to take a look at some of Blame's recent stats.
It is all green, dude.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, huh?
I mean, Complexity won, I think, every single week of the Home Sweet Home Cup.
Wow, he's green in every stats category.
Everything, dude.
Just like Yuri. Wow.
Unfortunately, as much as I want to sit here and keep talking about the individuals of Complexity, I've got to recognize the fact that c0ntact, they have a lead on the T side of Train now, officially. Yeah, 1 round up. And that's even.
Great.
Yeah. Even despite losing a 1 versus 3, even despite losing a 1 versus 2, even despite losing bomb over in the box halls. They, that's half of Complexity's rounds. Those heroic rounds that got our blood pumping, got the juices flowing, boys. There's not much more after that, and there won't be, because this is, again, a round where it's a single rifle, thanks to Blame. So I think we can praise him all we want. He's very much the best player in the server at the moment, but he is not on the better team at the moment.
Yeah, really well said. This half is definitely characterized by complexity, winning extraordinary rounds to get him here, but not ones that you can hope to replicate, not sustainable rounds. Like if you have a teammate who's 17 and 8, you shouldn't be losing any game.
Especially when you can kick your ass.
Yeah, you really don't. You don't want to be losing any game.
He sat back here on the bomb site. Or, I mean, way back. Not actually on the bomb site, but close enough to help, I suppose. They hear that AK rattling rounds through the smoke. Esperanto. Ooh, almost gives Rush that perfect window. And if I'm Esperanto's teammate on site, I would have been pissed. But Blame, he's still alive and kicking with that AK. Gonna try to move it forward. This is contact with an 8. So they absolutely, no matter what, have the lead once they change to the CT side. And that's huge.
Yeah. And we imagine they don't blow some of the rounds they lost. They'd be stomping right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Blame will sit and hold his angle, maintain this incredible KD.
Terrorists win.
And oh, he gets traded. Okay, he gets traded. But they can still buy. It's last round of the half. They're doing okay. Poison was like, I was hoping you'd buy me an op next round.
Now he's got to buy it himself. No armor.
Tough sledding. Versus the 2 ops on auto and ships. Say what? Maybe
Say
drop
who?
an AK down in case you don't want those 2 ops. It's last round. That could be an impediment to your success to have the 2 ops. It can really slow you down, especially once the picks don't work out. Did they drop a gun? Maybe there's one for him to pick up afterwards.
Let me go. I'm in the server. I'll fly over to spawn.
Okay. Can you do flying sound effects while you go?
There's 2 AKs in spawn.
Okay. I don't think it would have been possible to attain that information without the
Sound effects?
noises to go with it, yeah.
Snappy. He's going to lead the charge here onto the A site, and it works. Blame. Always a consistency, but he's shot down by Auto. So a man advantage here. Final round of the half. Contact have done an excellent job on Train so far, and Poison's going to keep this one even, just so that all of your little hearts can beat a bit faster. Rush. From Z, 2 teammates over on Old Bomb. Contact giving up most lines of sight, allowing Complexity to get all the closer. But who's going to stop them? Who has the ability to turn this one back? It's Snappy. He's going to find himself behind enemy lines. 2 headshots into Russian Poison. Oboe left over. He's got 1 kill, and that's that. 9 rounds to Contact on the T side of Train.
That was a dirty flank by Snappy. He frags. He's actually leading the pack now with that round. Very tight kill distribution above all else, though, on Contact. We saw a lot of great entries from basically everybody involved. And I found it so cool, actually, how they're able to kind of just walk out onto the site. They made Complexity look foolish on that round. The Config was dropping off the bomb train, and Snappy was riding the side of the wall by Z already. He had no idea that was coming. So Snappy's calling that. He's definitely doing. He's putting in work for this day rate, because those are the kinds of plays that allowed them to win so many rounds. They played a lot of contact plays. I guess it's in the name. They did.
Yep.
Okay. Goofy was playing yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be
That was
playing
fun.
the winner of this, right? Or no, it'll be if he beats Fnatic. Small task for
Right.
Goofy.
Yeah. That was fun. I was really excited by the fact that we had Pact and Fate both upsetting. I didn't like having to watch them play each other. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like
It made them
sometimes
both look worse because
exactly.
they were both like, wow.
Yeah. When you've got, when you got the underdog in a fist fight, you gotta get to root for them. But watching 2 underdogs fist fight, that's just like watching me beat up myself. And honestly, it got a little
I'd
dirty at
watch them.
times. Would you? Good to know.
Happily. I mean, I love watching the UFC. I mean, I'm not sure I'd like to watch a UFC fighter beat themselves up, but I think it'd be funny if you did it.
Um,
As long as you didn't try that hard.
who do you think is the funniest fighter in the UFC, and why is it Sean O'Malley?
It's not Sean O'Malley. It's who's the guy who took off his underwear in the ring when Joe gave him an interview, and then he said, "My balls is hot."
Oh,
Why'd you
my
take
balls
off your
is hot.
Joe, I'm gonna come on the podcast, smoke weed with you after this. All right, man, you're invited whenever you want.
His nickname's the Black Beast. Derek Lewis. Derek
Lewis, man.
My
That
balls
guy's
is hot. Yeah, Derek Lewis. He's hilarious. That's a great answer, actually. Good on you.
Him and Rampage is actually really funny too. There's some funny UFC fighters. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I remember Sean O'Malley has really good YouTube content, actually. Like he streams on Twitch as well sometimes.
Okay.
And I like the Sugar Show. You know, he's got I feel like he's got a little bit of that like McGregor attitude, but he doesn't seem like he's also a douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
So
like a real one.
Yeah, like a legit kind of prick. You know, Sean O'Malley seems pretty down to earth. He smokes his weed, he plays his games, he chills out and likes fighting. And I remember he was reviewing his knockout. He just recently had a really nice knockout, and so he was in his living room, kind of like on a boxing dummy, and you know, he's like going through the motions and he's explaining his own thoughts, and it's like this very elaborate train of thought of like, so then, you know, I combined it with this, and then I knew that he had these tendencies, and it was just beautifully explained, right? And I love the same way I like watching Counter-Strike players talk about Counter-Strike, because you see their insight and their opinions. Well, it's cool to see that with fighting. I'm not a fighter, but I still appreciate his professionalism and his mind's eye. And then he turns around, because I'm pretty sure Cody Garbrandt, I think that's his last name. Also got a knockout in the same weekend, right? So he was comparing the two knockouts, and that other knockout was literally just this fully cranked one throw, super simplified. Sean O'Malley's like, so I guess that one's all right too. Like he tries to give them even care, but it was so obvious that like his was well thought through, and Cody got a little lucky hook. But anyway, Sean O'Malley, welcome to the Sugar Show.
I really like Stipe Miocic. When he has like YouTube compilations of him mumbling, basically. There you can go in, because he can't really speak English that well, but he seems like an amazing dude, and he's super funny. He's a firefighter. He's like a volunteer firefighter on top of UFC champ. And you can watch compilations of YouTube of him in interviews, and they're hilarious.
He just
and
murmurs.
Also, oh, fun fact, I actually killed Mighty Mouse in Fortnite once when he was streaming.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't know it was him because he didn't have his name as Mighty Mouse, but his chat came into my chat like, yo, you just killed Mighty Mouse. I was like, holy
Get
crap.
Smoked. Good for you. All right.
Funny.
Well, the Mighty Mouse of Complexity seemed a little trapped in that last half. Oh, yeah. Snappy. Couple of headshots very quickly up in the B box halls. So Complexity, if you were relying on that second pistol to get yourselves back into the map on train. Oi. 3v5. They are, hold on, I'll give them something. They're all coming in from completely different angles. Ooh, oh.
Oh, come on. How much slower do you have to shoot?
Goddamn Glock. Sometimes I think the Glock just like... I think there's one terrorist on every pistol round who just gets a magazine of blanks. And
seriously.
And Valve just doesn't tell anybody. They think it's funny.
It's like the Galil to the AK, right?
Ooh. Nice
How's
pistol.
that headshot?
I think Contact, honestly, Contact are going to sweep away Train. And if Complexity are going to take this series, we've got to see them just dominate on Nuke and Mirage.
Crazy, because Flame's already at 20 kills.
Yep.
Technically, no one from Contact's even close to 10 rounds. Config having a rough map. Obo, actually, I mean, I guess, you know, some rounds did end inner. I felt like he was doing a lot of damage, getting a kill, holding well, but guess, overall. He's only got 6 kills, 4 assists. I think his ADR is probably up there. Let's see. Not really. 64. Not terrible, I guess.
Blame's gonna do it again. He's just trying to inspire his teammates. Like, come on, guys. You see how easy this shit is? He's just running down Mac 10 and Esperanto like it's nobody's business. We're gonna have to see the other pieces of complexity start stepping up. Auto on the AUG. He's seen by Obo, but Obo can't see anything for a moment. Gets the Deagle headshot. Nice. Knew he was there, so it is a bit of a sitter shot. And Emmy starts to claw this one back. So 1v3 for Obro. There's the first. He knows Emmy's close, and he gets a little bit more damage in. Nicely done, Owen. Good try, but that's all it is. NT's in chat. NT's in chat.
Owen Bowen.
Ooh. Okay, don't say that ever again until it's a really big round, and I think we'll get credit for that.
Bowen. I don't know what his last name is, though.
Schlatter. Get
Oh, yeah,
schlattered.
get schlattered. Get schlattered.
Yep.
Schlat. True. It's a great last name. Okay, yeah. Get schlattered. There you go. At some point, you've got to get kind of frustrated if you're Blame. Like, hardest job, plus you're fragging the hardest.
I wonder if he gets frustrated. You know?
You've seen him get frustrated on cams. I mean, he's human.
He's very passionate on cams. I saw a tweet of his explaining that the reason he ran away from his camera after all of the map wins during Blast was to go celebrate with his mom. Because she was elsewhere in the house. So I think that's pretty cool,
wholesome.
man. Yeah, it's nice to see like a big manly man like Blame F. He's still got that soft spot for mama.
Gives all of us manly men a lot of hope, you know? Makes
Yeah.
me feel better about being such a manly man, too.
Hug your moms. Kiss your dads.
I'm letting you stew in that one.
Emmy's ready. This is going to be a mowdown. Unless somebody deagles him. Oh, no, he turned. Emmy just turned. I mean, this is... Okay, it's just going to let them a little bit closer, but maybe because of the timing, it makes things a little awkward here. Emmy, he's in the corner, and he only gets the one. A deagle from Obo, and a bit more damage. So they've gotten themselves dangerously close to the bomb site, but there's 5 seconds. Config has to plant now. And he's got to stick this, and they've got to cover it, and Otto's going to run in and cut it down to the 1v1, but Config's got a little bit of space on the train, and further damage, but not quite the round. How did they materialize that one?
Luck and some great shots. They didn't have great guns. They just contacted up, and then everybody popped off at the same time at the top Ivy. So some really cool shots. The 1D from Obo once again. He's been hitting some shots for sure. And by that same token, though, I mean, the only reason they get back into it is because Otto hits a shot. That wicked whip over towards ladder. If he had not killed that guy instantly, that would have been a long round, and he probably would have lost the 1v2 to Config on the site. So, nice shot from Otto as well. And, yeah, the tide continues to rise here for Contact. Everybody putting up numbers, 12-6. All no round score, and some of the rounds, again, we look back in the first half. The only ones that were won, really, were off of some big individual plays by Complexity.
Yep. And in hindsight, if Contact just keep winning these rounds as they have been, then we're not going to remember this map for the heroic Blame F 1v2 or Poison 1v3. We're just going to remember Contact getting a lopsided win. So this is it, Complexity. Time to shine. But Ships has other ideas in mind. And he's also got other teammates in this bomb site. They're all rotating over through Z. Oh, and he's going to just rob Obo. Out of the round goes Owen. Rush on the bomb site. He's found the plant, but this is just Contact again. Convincing stuff. Unless Poison. Behind them all. Oh, he's gonna drop the first shot ever so slightly. Comes back in with the second. Blame F for another clutch attempt. And I feel like because it's Blame F still alive, you've got to give Complexity a chance. You've got to believe that maybe... Or not.
Terrorists win.
He just said, okay, if you're gonna stick, it's over. If you go for it again, I might be able to come down and win. So he just takes the risk. I think it's okay. He was probably screwed coming down the ramp if he had to from that far away. What are you cheersing?
Oh, sorry, I was pouring the rest of my smoothie in my cup.
Damn, Emmy 16 and 7. Everybody else has died so much compared to him. Oof. I mean, I'd feel terrible if it's just like psychologically, you just feel awful when your IGL top frags because their job is also the hardest. It's just not an even playing field in that regard. Like, I'm sure he would never actively say that, but that's just the nature of it. Your IGL works harder than everyone else, no matter what the team is, if they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
And for them to also be putting up the highest numbers, it's like weird. It's wrong. You know what I mean?
Well, he's going to try entry fragging as well. I mean, if he has to be alive in the clutch and also entry, if he's just trying to do everything, he's giving them a little bit of room to work with on this site. Config's going to follow through for the one. Obo's going to get a single kill. CT's behind Ivy and in Z. One comes out, Obo sends him down. This is it. All on Emmy. Blame F. He literally ran out c0n as fast as he could to get a kill and tell his team to just follow through, which they will for a 7th round.
Yeah, it was clean. Very, very clean. Yeah, they put the shots together. Just the nature of those AX execs just come down to those finer moments. That single kill that can either swing the momentum, control hell side, or stop the bomb side rush to allow the rotators to come in. And Complexity basically win most of them. So it's one good one to bring it back. And c0ntact don't have much money at all. Emmy goes ahead and picks up a FAMAS to even out, I suppose. Otto will save a bit for the op. And Rush is going to aim map.
Yeah. AK is not supposed to be accurate at that distance. Shouldn't be able to do that so quick.
RNG based.
Still a guy behind Ivy. Esperanto. I was kind of hoping c0ntact would actually just win this round to kind of, send the message.
Show how good they've been.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've shown great stuff on train. I've been thoroughly impressed with c0ntact. I think that the roster has actually been together for so long now that the inclusion of Snappy, it's not like Snappy's going to change everything in 2 days. So if you're not changing tons of things and you're just, for him, I feel like, the first phase of entering a new team, especially as the leader, is just collect data. Okay, what do they do? How do they work already? Slot yourself into the system. Definitely have some impact on the calls. That's why they brought you in. But just see with what you're working with, And c0ntact, they've got enough to work with. That's for damn sure.
Dude, in terms of flashbangs, are you seeing this? 22 players flash for all of Complexity. 24 players flash for just Snappy. 35 flash for Emmy.
Oh my god. Can we bring up that scoreboard, please, Pythian? Can you scoreboard advanced stats? Check this out, guys. Enemies flashed. Top of the scoreboard. That's crazy. Good eye, Mohan.
Just Snappy has more players flash than the entirety of Complexity. The utility damage is slightly better for Complexity across, but not even by much. I don't even actually know if that's true.
Is anybody else on c0ntact buying flashbangs? I feel like Snappy's just standing in spawn and throwing them over c0n or something. Those are ludicrous numbers, but obviously versus the pistols here, we're gonna watch the numbers of Complexity rise, or at least we should. See ya, ships. Config pulls into the port. Sets them all ablaze. Oh, nasty little one tap from Owen, and he follows up. So we've got Obo up to 14 kills. We've got Poison kind of halfway to Blame F. We've got Rush catching up halfway to Blame F. And if Config can open both his eyes, then suddenly, maybe complexity bring this back. Maybe it was the T side they needed, but we have a gun round back for contact, so I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm not going to stand here buffing up complexity. They've barely been in this map. Contact has looked awesome. So let's just see contact shut it down.
The first layer smokes outside. DT's all pushed up. And auto opping inner. No pressure on him quite yet. Sandwich Molotov. Snappy falls back into the first kill and gets away. Perfect pathing by him.
Yep. Very nice. Ooh, rush.
Whoa,
rush.
what?
He just heard
Holy
Esperanto run through that smoke.
Yeah, I guess they thought outside was clear. They thought it was a fake. Now, I guess they read that it was an inner plant. They wanted to clear stuff out. Didn't know exactly where he was. But this could be a good round for complexity. I think they have the right idea here. Contact afraid to rotate.
Oh, ships will catch rush.
You know, it's not too late to go for it. Problem is, look at, like, for example, Blame F. They know how much of the site they could be in. If they had one player CT in the back of B, they could go for this.
And it was a double save, so no surprise to see them just keep what they waited for.
Yeah, it's a good round from complexity. I mean, they catch off Esperanto, and the fake actually works out. They get the rotates.
7 survivors. Quick little update.
Yeah.
You know, there are simultaneous events
took a
right now
map.
going on. Yeah. Well, I don't know about Pact actually, but I was going to bring up the CIS RMR event that's also ongoing, and say that Gambit youngsters have taken a map off Navi. Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe in these RMR events, man. We saw that yesterday. We had so many crazy map wins from so many different underdogs. The only 2 full-fledged upsets, Mad Lions losing out to Pact, and Dignitas losing to Fate.
Wow.
Now here we are.
Inter's dropped 30 on Navi on that map. Oh.
Dirty. Contact, they go aggressive solo. That's a big risk by ships to go up into the box halls alone. Does so, gets the 5v4.
And Pac did not win a map. Get anyone excited to pose the question? Fnatic actually won map 1, 16-7.
Okay. Very par for the course.
Yeah.
So, of course, let's just assume, and I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings. Fnatic are going to beat Pact. Simple as that. This game, far more in the open, or far more up in the air, because Contact here on Train at least have shown us good things, and they have another 5v4, 3 rounds away from the win. The winner of this goes on to play Fnatic right after. So it's an exciting day here at the CS Summit 6 European qualifier. Rush, Config, Poison, all easy kills across the board, so it seems. And now we're going to have Esperanto answer with a single. Bomb will be planted, and look, they're so prepared for ships. He started off this round. Oh, no, move! Oh, my goodness, dude.
I didn't really get that exact same feeling as you when that happened.
Somebody's standing in front of me. He was gonna have to start shooting through his teammate. You know what the psychological effect that could have had on Blame?
PTSD. I think Contact, if they're having trouble with these execs, should try a little bit harder, go for opening kills. Okay, well, it can be given up too. Ships had a good spawn there. That one came down to a bit of timing. We'll see if Contact first. If Complexity can survive that, it looks like no. The second entry goes down. Defaults here, 1 by Contact, and there's 4 deagles, but they all have to play 1 kill spots. There's not any map control here for Complexity, so this will be very, very difficult to come back into. It'll have to be perfectly coordinated. Okay, this will have to be like stealing a jewel from a museum for Complexity.
That analogy. What kind of jewel?
The crown jewel.
Ooh, that one sounds important. Yo, what's up with Bulgaria and producing incredible oppers? Cert,
Yeah.
Poison, ships. Like for a region
I have no idea. I have no idea.
No BM, but for for Bulgaria specifically, you know, that is their big success story, and they're all oppers. To me, those are the 3 best Bulgarian players at the moment.
I
All
don't even know what's the
Aubers,
DM.
all on different teams.
Oh, that they don't have like full teams or whatever that are winning majors? Sure.
Here goes Ships in with his 20th kill. Almost a follow-up. That goes the 1 op down. Remember, they came into this 1 op, 4 deagles, and now it's SB who has done enough on this B bomb site. c0ntact, finally, right? They're not on the receiving end of something wild. It's not a clutch that goes against them, but rather a 1 op buy that works out for a 14th round. Now, they could just trip into a 16th.
Now, if you have poison, I mean, if Poison's on my team, and he's like, I'm going to go T-Con and pick Z, I'm going to let him do that. I'm never going to tell him he can't do that. But sometimes, of course, you're not going to have the best spawn. I don't think there was a flash on Ships, to be fair, so I'm not sure if that was another problem, but Ships had an open line of sight there. He could have still shot and got the kill, but we don't know. And, yeah, everything falls apart so quickly from there on out. Ult to Ships, basically. And I think, yeah, their biggest problem is Complexity are doing a really good job with the map control.
Flames on the front. Poison's got that op to give cover, so immediate 3 players, immediate save.
You need to stop letting them out so far, like so easily. I feel like the contact plays are great. They're great from Complexity's perspective. Like they're doing a lot of good with the map control, and once they get up to a choke point, they aren't wasting a lot of time. But if I feel like c0ntact were just a bit more stubborn about trying to do some damage early or trying to get the kill before the execute comes in, doing an inner push coordinated, doing an IV push coordinated, trying to get T-Con control, something like that, Complexity would have a much harder time. So far, it's been great T-sides from both, but yeah.
Trying to keep 3 weapons. 1 goes down. So Emmy and Esperanto still safe. 14-12.
Yeah, that kill was the difference between a buy and either a bad buy or they were good to... Oh no, Ships got money. They're good. So yeah, let's see if they let the round happen to them. That's what I want to look at for c0ntact. Complexity are doing great with the space.
Ships ducks out. 4-man A-stack, and here's the hit. Config on the entry. That is his 9th kill of the map. Emmy gonna run through the smoke. He finds Rush blinded. Oboe trades it. Auto in versus Config. 3v3. And it's Poison to get back that man advantage. Now the last 2 CTs are close to the bomb site. Oboe's gonna let one cross through smoke without him knowing. Shipsy is right there, right next to the bomb site. He attacks from back, and Oboe! Oh, bro. That was way too close.
So close. Yeah, Auto, I don't know how he does that. In that late round situation as a rotator, he's a pretty sick clutch player outside and nearly put that one together too. But a nice couple of entries. Relied on Ships to miss a shot on him, but after that, destroyed Auto and Complexity pull out another one. I love the Opera coming out late T-Con just to catch anybody else who tries to get aggressive, wrap the trains to flank your outside players. Nice spot for Poison to be in.
Oh, that's just rude.
Jesus. That's sweet. Oh, Jesus.
So this game was 6-13 at one point. 6-13
True.
to 13-14. And with a buy like this, not much is supposed to happen, but it is a 4v4.
Yeah, well, Complexity have started to wake up. Their enemy's flash has gone way up. Way, way up. T-side, which is even more impressive. But, as we say that, Snappy, he grabs a Deagle kill, rushes out. The push-up Ivy, he's repositioning to ult bomb. Could be a great move. Oh my god. Not like this, man. It'd be basically force-ups to get him this far. And Esperanto, he's gifted a Deagle kill. Blame F, wondering what the hell happened to his team. He's got 2 HP, 1v3. And he's got to give up match point.
Oh, this has got a sting.
It's
you know,
yeah.
ugh, this is it's like it's one of those things where it obviously feels bad for them, but it also kind of feels bad as a viewer because it's like, well, we didn't get to see c0ntact switch sides and just finish super strong, throwing it up into the air like, will c0ntact 2-0 the Blast Spring Finals Grand Champions? And then we also didn't get Complexity make the full comeback because they lose to 2 half buys. The
Did you say
14th
blast?
Yeah.
Wait, did you say c0ntact when blast?
No, sorry, Complexity. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Complexity, right? It's like c0ntact. Can they beat them? Well, not in convincing fashion. It seems they've just kind of stuttered over the line. They've stuttered to 15. So Complexity, bring it into overtime and try to finish the redemption, or just give it up and take us to nuke. Rush will trade 1. Emmy's right there on the other side of it. He's pinched, actually. Very pinched.
He sprayed. Oh, he could spray that. Oh my God, that's a good kill. And Rush, he's really asking for it, man. He's such low health.
Oh, Obo keeps him in it. Then Rush dies to a nade. Poison, he's got bomb back. He's gone. For sure he hears this.
Oh boy.
Yep. Oh, but he misses the shot. Obo had a second chance. Only a small one. Poison, 1 versus 2. Another glorious clutch needed to keep Complexity in it.
Let's see how his mind works. He's very, very smart in these positions. But this site's so vast, so barren, so open. So many options here for the CTs. They'll take care of a couple of the important ones. Thinking, of course, first about the clock. Will he clear hell is the question. Oh, he's looking for it. Yep,
The timing.
Oh my God.
Oh, when he gets it. Come on.
This guy, man.
It's 30 rounds or done. Snappy, now would be a hell of a time to show your worth. Newest edition, fresh, hot off the press. Poison, he's just next to the red train. Snappy, he's trying to find the angle. He's on top of the bomb. He could just stick this. Oh, he's got the damage. It's Snappy down to 11. Molotov out from Poison. Flash goes high as well. This will not be easy for Snappy if he's going to somehow finish it off. But he's got a weird angle. Not very much time left either. And Poison just dodges him for the win.
Just beautiful.
Gunfight goes the way of Complexity. And of course, they go the distance.
He's amazing clutcher, man. He is really good. Yeah, like he played that pretty much perfectly for the amount of time left over. He got lucky to kill the guy in hell for sure, but a lot of it's going to come down to timing in a situation like that. The smart part was, of course, clearing it in the first place. So now we get the full 30, and we'll see if c0ntact can earn their way back into this, because they're sitting on two basically. Two kind of full eco or like half eco rounds that they won. They couldn't win a rifle round to save their lives, and that to me means that they should have been playing more aggressively the entire half. You could have more fun and win if you're c0ntact, as opposed to overthinking every situation and allowing Complexity all their space. Otto gets another opening kill. I don't think this spells disaster for Complexity. He's got an opening kill in the past. It hasn't exactly mattered. The trades have been good, but there's no trade quite yet. And there we go, an aggressive opening inside as well. So maybe we will have c0ntact actually win a real round in this half.
Mully goes down. Emmy goes out. They're going to take the ladder control all the while. Obo, he's got to dodge a couple of grenades here. Got Blame behind him. You don't want to lose another player without at least the trade frag. You know, cutting down the numbers is one thing, but getting pushed back to the 3v5, yeesh.
I love this setup. See how much... So Complexity are going to make this scary with their lurks. The two players pushed up outside are relatively safe from rush. So it comes down to them versus T-Con ladder. And then, of course, two players back here for rush. But they pushed inner for some info. And oh, boy.
Yep. Those are the big kills. It's Esperanto and Snappy with the rifles to shut it down. They tried their damnedest. Obo, he gets the entry. He exits on E-Box, but Esperanto back behind the bomb site had that line of sight. And ladies and gents, give it up to c0ntact, who after having quite the substantial lead, basically tripped into the finish line and then closed convincingly. But you know what? A win's a win. A map win is added to the scoreboard for the favor of c0ntact. And I think that winning their map choice is very good for them. I think that Nuke could be difficult, and therefore I'm thinking 3-map day. Maybe. We'll let the players decide for themselves once that action continues. Of course, Nuke does come up next. And a wise man once told me, Tom Biz once said, if on Mirage, Esperanto does not have 20 kills, it's because he has 30.
He has 30.
So if they go the distance, maybe c0ntact can claw this one back. But Mohan and I will see you guys on Nuke. Enjoy this little break before we return with map 2.